child's pose, so I'll demo that really quick. So I'm going to do it from the back so it's easy to see. So your head comes down, your thighs are over your calves, belly is on your thighs. You can take your hands forward, release any tension through the shoulders. And when you breathe in yoga, you want to do like a yogic breath. So you want to do breathing all the way in with a straight spine. Fill your belly with air, which we don't normally do, and then fill your lungs with air. So take a second breath, and then exhaling through your nose. So you can always do a few of these when you're just doing your yoga or just in general if you're really stressed out. The legs at the wall, you know. But let's do some more fun stuff that could be good for your low back and shoulders. So, okay, come into tabletop, which is really good if your low back hurts. I'm wearing a weird flowy shirt, so sorry. Your hands are under your shoulders, fingertips are pointed forward, and your knees are under your hips. If you have knee problems, you can take your mat and you can just kind of go boop, and you can fold it on either side and give yourself a little cushion for your knees. You can also legitimately just throw a towel under there or any kind of like blanket or something. So placing your hands under your knees, your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, spine is straight. Inhale, drop the belly down, look up. Really feel this in your low back. Exhale, round the spine, bring the pelvis forward, look down, engage your core. Inhaling, coming up. You can point your toes or you can leave your backs of your feet flat, it doesn't matter. Exhale, round the spine, look down. Inhaling, coming up. You can also add some like hip motions, like just make your hips in circles to this and kind of get creative. With your cat and cow, you can lift your knees off the mat to give it more of a core workout. There's a lot of variants you can do for cat and cow, but that's just the basic and it feels really nice. You can just literally do like 5 of them and that's good. Another shoulder opener is a melting heart pose. So take your left hand and slide it under your right hand and bring your forehead down to the mat. Inhale, take the right hand forward and see how this feels. If it feels good, take your left ear down to the mat. Inhale, raise the right hand up. Exhale, take the right hand behind your back. Inhale, take the right shoulder back. You can hold that for a while. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So taking the right hand behind the left wrist, taking the right ear down to the mat. Breathe. Level 1. See, maybe this is where you're at. You'll feel it in your right shoulder. Inhale, take your left hand forward. And inhale, raise your right hand up, open your left shoulder, bring the left arm back, bend the left elbow, take the left hand behind your back, find your right hip. Inhale, open your shoulder. As you add more steps to this, only go and according to your body. So you might be just here with your hand on the floor still. So just find where you need right now. So that's melting heart pose. You can hold those for a while. Another really good one to do is you can either be like sitting on something or standing or kneeling. I'm going to show kneeling. I think it's good because it's the level of my camera. So take your hands behind your back. Hold hands with yourself. And inhale. Exhale, fall forward. Let your head hang down. Inhale, let your hands come up. You can do this in your office chair or in any chair. Or you can do it when you're standing. You can do it when you're sitting. So the possibilities are endless. So you just really want to open that chest. As you inhale, you can raise your hands higher. And my hands come up pretty high, but honestly, a lot of people's hands might just come up like maybe like 1 inch. So see what is best for you. And then coming back to low back. So using, so you can do butterfly pose. So take your the soles of your feet together. You can hold your soles of your feet and breathe. You can throw blocks or little rolled up towels or pillows from your bed, like really you can get creative, and put them under your knees if you're just a really tight hips person. Breathe, and that's a really nice one for your hips, which are kind of connected to your low back. You can always try to fall forward in this position. Inhale, exhale, try to fall forward. Again, maybe you have really, really tight hamstrings, so you can throw a block and just try to meet the block. You can throw 2 blocks. If you are actually a ballerina part-time, inhaling, exhaling, you can take your head all the way down to the ground. So that is also a good one. And then some other things you can add to your wall. So in addition to putting your feet up the wall, I'm here. So putting your feet against the wall, you can take your legs down. So walk your knees down and put your elbows in your knees. Kind of do like a squat against the wall. So my hands are like in prayer position. Fingertips pointing towards myself. My elbows are in my knees. You can do a little malasana, yogi squat against the wall. You can also do butterfly against the wall and push down your knees against the wall. And one last pose to do for your low back. So lay down on your back and take your knees to your chest. So my thighs are against my belly. And I'm going to take my hands and hold my hands with myself over my thighs and keep both my shoulders on the mat. If you're pretty flexible, you can grab your elbows, see what feels good for you. Maybe you're going to grab the middle of your arms. You can roll from side to side, and this will probably feel really nice on your back. And you can inhale and look up at your knees. And this kind of does a double benefit because we're always on cell phones, so you'll probably feel a lot of tension in your neck. If you have a block, you can even throw the block behind your head to kind of give you a little help. Take breaks. Come back to your block. Don't have hair though, it's hard with hair. So you can do that. Inhale, exhale, and let everything out. Breathe. Again, if you have a block or a pillow, really a pillow between your thighs, and your knees are bent. So taking your pillow between your thighs or your block, dip your thighs to the left. So my knees are bent. Stack your knees on top of each other. Your hips are going to be stacked on top of each other. Knees are on top of each other. Take your elbows out in a straight line with your hands. So take your hands out at your sides in a straight line and look to the right. Breathe. The block helps you keep your alignment and relax, and you'll probably feel a nice low back stretch. Inhale back to center. Take your knees again to the right. So kick your knees to the right. I'm just scooting so you can see. You can be any position. Try to make sure the hips are stacked, knees are stacked. The feet can just hang out. Take the arms straight out at your sides if you have space. And look to the opposite direction as your knees. Try to keep both shoulders on the mat. And this is supine twist, and you can be in it for a while. It's pretty relaxing. And again, you can do this with a pillow if you don't have blocks. And then when you're done with yoga, you should always just take a second to lay down in horrible savasana, even if it's just like a couple minutes, and just breathe in fully and deeply, and just try to imagine relaxing your body from your toes to the top of your head. And just each body part, kind of go through it and just let it relax. And just